This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, let us proceed with today's session. So today we are going to discuss in more detail about the calculations. Okay, so yesterday we had created new columns. Today we will create new measures. Okay, and we will do mixed examples on measures and columns. Now, one simple difference I will tell you. Whenever you want to perform any task on the row level means what? Let's say in previous cases we had seen date difference we want to find out. Okay, or else expense we had calculated, right? Expense was, see, on the row level we were calculating sales minus profit, or target profit we were calculating. So how, what was the formula? Sales into 0.1. So we were applying the calculation on each row wise. Okay, so whenever our calculation is on the row level, okay, examples are like this. When you have to multiply a value, or let's say rupees to dollar conversion, or expense calculation, or date difference, date add, date difference, age. Okay, all these are row level calculations or row calculations. Okay, so whenever you want to perform any such kind of calculations, always go for calculated column. And whenever you want to perform a calculation which involves a aggregation, like sum, average, anything like that. Okay, so any such kind of task you want to do, go for a measure. Okay, so if you have your aggregation function like sum, average, any function you are going to use, go for measure. Okay, so this is the main difference between calculated column and a measure. So I'll give you one example. We will try to calculate profit ratio. Okay, let's calculate profit ratio. So we have here table we have, and we want to calculate the profit ratio as sales, sum of profit divided by sum of sales. So the moment this sum function has come into picture, we will have to.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, now we will be using new measure. Okay, so click on new measure. Make sure you're selecting the table. Click on new measure. And here we will give the measure as profit ratio. Okay, which is equal to sum of profit. Profit is coming from orders table divided by sum of sales. Okay, sorry, sales is coming from the sales table. Sorry, orders table only. Orders, sales. Make sure you're selecting the right field. If you select the wrong field, your calculation will go for a toss. And click on the tick mark. Okay, now if you look at all the columns in your data view, this profit ratio column is not getting created. You can only see this field in your fields pane. See here, it's over here, profit ratio. And you can see here there is a calculator icon. So calculator icon tells that this is a calculated measure. It will be calculated when you bring this field on the chart, and depending on what categories are there on your chart, what dimensions are on their chart, based on that this profit ratio will be calculated. So if you are bringing region, it will be calculated as per the region. If you are bringing um, country, it will be calculated as per the country. Okay, getting it? So that is how this profit ratio or this measure is calculated. You will not see it created as a column in your data, in your your data view. Okay, so let's go to the report now, and in the report we will just create a simple uh, cluster column chart, and let's try to visualize region wise profit ratio. Here you can see. So the profit ratio in central region is the maximum, and south region is minimum. Okay. So more the profit ratio means, if you are selling a particular product, let us say, I'll explain you what we can conclude from here. Okay. So if you are selling a product P1, okay, for 1,000 rupees, okay, and the profit you are getting is 200. Okay. At the same time, if you are selling product P2 for 500 rupees, but the profit you are getting is 100. Okay. Now if you look here, you will obviously say, okay, P1 has more sales, so it is more profitable product. Okay, so more the sales means more the profit? No, or more profitability of the product cannot be determined by the sale value. Or here you can say here profit is more, so is this more profitable? No, we have to compare it with at what price it was sold. Okay, so if you calculate the profit ratio for this, it will be 200 divided by 1,000. What do you get here? If you do 200 divided by 1,000, you will get 0.
0.2.
0.2. Whereas if you try to calculate the profit ratio for this one, 100 divided by 500, what do you get here?
0.2. 9.
0.2 only. No,
0.02.
1 by 5 is quickly calculate on your calculator. Is it coming same? Oh, it is coming same. So basically
0.2.
both, yeah, 0.2. So basically we conclude that both are having the both are equally profitable. Okay, so the profit value is getting compared with the sales. Both are here, we are generating more profit, but the sale is also more, and here we are generating lesser profit, but the sale is also less. So this profit ratio is basically telling us the profitability of the particular product. Okay, so that's what we are calculating, that central region has maximum profitability, whereas south region has minimum profitability. Okay. So now you can create this chart. Chart is very simple. We just need to bring region and profit ratio. Now calculate the profit ratio field. This is the formula. And if you are done with this, then find top 3 products by their sales ratio. That is what you have to do the next step.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, I'm having an issue.
Yeah.
I'm facing an error.
You want to share your screen?
Yes, ma'am, yes. The other one.
Which one? Can you unmute yourself over there?
I just raise a hand.
Okay. I am not able to see.
I guess it's only visible to organizers.
Um, okay. Just unmute yourself so that I can see that green icon, because here I am able to see only attendee 1, 2, 3 like that. I'm not able to read the names. So maybe just you can unmute yourself over there.
Actually, there's an issue with my system. I can't
Okay.
use the microphone in that laptop.
Okay. Can you ping me from that account? No, I think that is also not allowed. Um. Okay. Just a moment. Okay. Wait. I think I found it. Yeah. Yes. Try it out. Yes, what happened?
Yes, ma'am. I fitted the measure as you said. You measured it. But,
Check your brackets. Sum of profit. There should be a bracket after sum of profit.
yeah, ma'am.
Yes, it is fixed.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
After that, I have to calculate I mean, the problem in
Yeah, you have to.
the.
Yeah. So the example which I have asked you to solve is uh, you have to find shipping ratio. I have a written sales ratio. What you have to calculate shipping cost ratio basically. Shipping cost to sales ratio.
Okay, okay, ma'am. I'll check. I'm done, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. How about others? Are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
So which are the three products which have maximum shipping cost to sales ratio?
Kensington, Belkin, Kensington 11.
Okay. Let us try to solve. How about others? Have you solved it?
No, ma'am. I'm solving, ma'am.
Okay, I'll give it 2 minutes more. So when we are talking about profit ratio, at that time we have to see the one which has more profit ratio, means more profit, less sales. So you'll get a bigger quotient when you divide. So bigger profit ratio is good for us. But when we talk about shipping cost ratio, then in that case it has to be lower, because more shipping cost, less sales is dangerous for us as a organization, right? So we need lesser shipping cost ratio, right? So the products which are generating more shipping cost ratio, we need to check why they are doing that as an analyst, right? Just give me a second. Yeah. Okay, let us solve it now. So we are going to create a new measure. Click on new measure, and what will be our formula? Formula will be shipping ratio. It is equal to sum of shipping cost divided by sum of sales. Make sure you are selecting sales from the right table. Okay, close the brackets. Okay, this is the formula. Now let's go to the report view and let's bring all the products. So here, where is our product name and shipping ratio? So these are the three products with very high shipping ratio. Whereas if we scroll on the right side, these are having very low shipping ratio. Okay, so we need to filter first three. So how to filter first three? We have the option called as top, if you remember. So product name, filter top n. So we need top three. By which field? By shipping ratio. Apply the filter. So here we get the top three products by their shipping ratio. Okay, maybe one more thing we can add is, since this shipping cost is high, what is the profit on them? Okay, so let's try to bring the profit field also. So I'll bring profit field and I will change this to no need to change actually, stat column chart. No, this is fine. So you can clearly see that the ones which were having very high shipping ratio, all are generating losses. See, their profit values are negative. Okay, so if we clear the filter, we can see that lesser the shipping ratio, there are some losses on those products also, but see here the shipping ratio is lesser, so most of them are generating good profits. Uh, there are exceptions also though, but at least if you look, let's say if you go for bottom three instead of top three, if we go for bottom three by shipping ratio, or I'll say bottom five, I will take. See, these all have very low shipping ratio and you see their profits. They are generating very high profits. Okay, because the shipping cost, the expense on those products is less as compared, I mean, with the comparison to the sales. Okay, but instead of that, if we do top five and apply the filter, all are generating losses. None of them is generating a profit. Okay, so in this example, we have not just created a measure, but we have also tried to analyze the data based on the concept or based on the relation between shipping cost, sales, and the profit generated out of it. Okay, is it clear? Is the concept clear? I'll give you time to solve this. Any questions?
No.
I will just show you the filter. So the chart is very simple. On the x-axis, we have product name. Y-axis, we have shipping ratio and profit. Clustered column chart is selected. Let me just highlight these things. So the chart selected is custom column chart, x-axis and y-axis. If don't just check the checkbox, try to drag the field if it is becoming incorrect. Okay. And here the filter selected on product name is top n filter. So top 5 by shipping ratio.
Ma'am,
Yeah, what happened?
ma'am, please just open the data tab.
Yeah, sure. You want to see the formula of shipping ratio?
Yes, ma'am.
Here it is.
Ma'am, are you speaking? You're not audible.
Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yeah, now you are audible.
Oh, you should have told me before. No, I was talking a lot. Okay, I think there was some, my laptop was on the wire, something happened, some button got pressed. Okay, let me repeat whatever I was talking. So the next example which we are going to solve, we are solving here is on profit and loss. Okay, so the formula which I have written over here is, if profit value is greater than 0, then it is profit, otherwise it is loss. Okay, so this is the formula I have written here for the field called as profit or loss, and this is something I'm creating a calculated column, a new column. Okay, so this is a row level calculation, and if you try to compare the profit values, okay, with 0, you will get the result as profit or loss. Okay, so now what report we can generate, what analysis we can do. So let us assume that each row is a order. Okay, so if we want to find a comparison of how many times there was profit and how many times there was loss, so how many products, when we sold those products in different orders, how many products generated profits and how many products generated loss for us. Okay, let's say if you want to calculate that. Okay, so to calculate that, I will just bring profit and loss, and we can bring the count of it. Okay, so let's bring the, I'm bringing the same field and I'm changing it to count. So we get to know that 4580 times 558 times there was loss, or these many products generated loss and these products generated profits. Okay, let us cross check the value whether it is correct or not. So we can bring any field. Let me just create a card and I will just bring any random field and count it. I just want to count the number of rows. Okay, 4868 it is giving me. um Let me check. Yeah, total number of rows you can see here at the bottom. 9426 rows are there in our table. Okay, so orders table has 9426 rows, and that's what we are getting. 9426 is total, out of which 4868 are profit and 4558 are loss. Okay, so those many products or those many transactions generated loss or profit. That's what we are counting in this particular chart. This was possible with the help of row level calculation. So on each row we were calculating profit and loss. Okay, now I want to calculate my second problem statement. Here is that I want to calculate which region has generated profit, or whether a particular region is a profit making region or it is a loss making region. So I cannot calculate on the row level, right? I will have to calculate on the aggregate level. So I will have to find the total profit generated in that particular region. So what I will have to do, sum of profit, right? And compare that sum of profit with 0. Okay, so that sum of profit we can, so whichever field we bring, if we bring region field, it will be calculated on region. Hey, just a second. Yeah, so sorry. So whichever field we bring on our chart, if we bring region, it will be calculated on the basis of region. If we bring let us say if we bring city, it will be calculated on the basis of city, and it will be measuring whether that particular city is a loss making city or profit making city. Okay, so let's create a measure now on the orders table. I'll give you time to solve this, don't worry. New measure. Okay, and I will write here profit performance. Okay, is equal to sum of profit. Make sure you're selecting from the orders table. Sum of profit greater than equal to 0. Sorry, I have not written if. If sum of profit is greater than equal to 0, then profit, else loss. Okay, and this becomes our measure. You can see a calculated icon over here. Okay, profit performance. Now if I try to bring this field here in a table, now let us see what happens. If I bring profit performance, I'll get only profit. Now is it that there is no loss in the entire transactions? No, there is a loss, but it is showing me only profit. Why? Because whatever is the dimension on the chart, based on that this profit is getting calculated. So measures are getting calculated when you bring them on the chart, whereas calculated columns are created before. I mean, they are calculated on the entire table. Okay, on the row level. So that's why they are creating a column, and this is just a measure. Now if I bring, now I'll have to bring a region. So let's bring a region over here. I'll put the region here. So we get to know all the regions are profitable regions. Okay, now let us bring within the region there is state or province. So I will bring state or province and then try to see between region and performance MC. I think all the states are, yeah. This state is loss generating state. Montana is also loss generating. So there are two states which are generating loss. I think only two are there. Rest all are overall they are generating profits. Yeah, this Mississippi is also loss. Okay, clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I hope you are getting the difference between the measure and the calculated column. So what I will do is I will share the formula in the chat window, and then you try to create the chart. I hope you are able to access the chart. Chart is available to you.
No, ma'am, it's disabled.
It's not available. Okay, no problem. I will write both the formulas over here on the screen itself. Okay, so profit performance is a measure, and profit ratio, profit. Okay, so the other one. Okay, I'm not able to display it here. One second. Okay, so one is I'll just tell you, one is with sum and one is without sum. That's it. That's how you can remember it. So the measure is with sum and the column is without sum. The formula is same, only thing is measure will be with sum, because we discussed whenever we are applying aggregation it becomes a measure, and whenever when it is without sum it is a column. Okay, Let me know once you're done with this, or if you're facing any difficulty.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Done? Okay. How about others? Everybody is done?
Done, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So we'll move ahead now.
Yes.
Yeah, just a second. Okay. So quickly answer my one question. How many different shipping modes are there? How many different shipping modes are there in our data orders table? Yes, tell me quickly.
3.
Three. There are three shipping modes. One is, I think, express air, one is express air, regular air, and delivery truck. Okay, these are the three shipping modes. Okay. Now, what calculation or what formula you have to write is um 1 second. Let me bring those three shipping modes so that okay. So if the shipping mode, okay, so basically for express air, your product should be shipped for express air, the product should be shipped within 2 days. Okay. Then for regular air, the product must be shipped within 4 days. And for a delivery truck, the product must be shipped within 8 days. Okay. Now, how will you find out whether the product or how many days it took it to ship? We already have created a field called as days to ship. Try to check your table. Date difference. Using date difference, we have calculated this particular field, days to ship, right? So now you have to write a if. This is going to be a if formula. So using the if formula, you are going to find out that how many like how many days were required to ship, and was the shipping mode express air. If the shipping mode was express air, days to ship is 2 or not. If it is greater than 2, then we will call it as late delivery. Okay, so we'll term it as late delivery, late or in time delivery. Okay, so this is what you have to basically calculate. I will give you a hint over here. Hint is that you have to create a calculated column and not a measure. Okay, so you have to create a calculated column which will give you the late or in time delivery status. Okay, so if it is express air, your days to ship should be less than equal to 2. If it is regular air, it has to be less than equal to 4. And if it is a delivery truck, it has to be less than equal to 8. Okay, another hint over here is you can take help of and or operator. Okay, so and or operators are given like this. And operator is given by and or operator is given by pipe symbol. Okay, so it's a simple, just Excel like formula. Okay, you all must have used Excel. It's just simple Excel like formula. Try to solve it. So compare days to ship. So you have to compare two fields. So there are going to be total in single formula. There are going to be three conditions. That is, shipping mode should be express air and days to ship should be less than equal to 2, or shipping mode is regular air and days to ship is less than equal to 4, like this. So you have to combine in that if condition. So that formula and if statement is just whatever you have written till now. Okay, if condition comma in time comma late, that formula, that condition you have to write using and or. Try it out.
Done, ma'am.
Done. Okay, so how many in-time deliveries are there and how many late deliveries are there?
Let
Yes. And the total of those should be that 4,000, that number we got, no? It should be, the total should be 9426. Just cross check.
late was 1575. On time was 7851. Total was 9426.
9426, correct. Perfect. I give a minute more for others to solve. Then we'll solve this example.
करके बताओ ना.
Yes, done. Okay, let us solve this. Okay. So now we have to write the formula for created. We have to create a column basically. Let's select our orders table. New column. Okay. And here we will write the delivery status is the name of our field. We'll write if. Now this is going to be our logical condition. If the condition is true, it is going to be in time delivery, else it is going to be late delivery. Okay. So this is basically our um, basically a formula. Now let us write the condition here. Okay. Now the condition which we are going to write here is we'll start with each of the fields. So just a second. Let me copy the names of that field so that there is no spelling mistake. Okay. Okay. So for the first one, if the ship mode is equal to express air, then and days to deliver or days to ship should be less than equal to 2. This is our first condition. I'll put the condition in brackets. Okay. Same way, we will repeat our rest of the condition with or. Okay. So first criteria or second criteria or the third criteria. Now let us replace these values: regular air and delivery truck. Let's replace the numbers 4, 8. Okay. If these criteria are getting satisfied, then it's an in-time delivery, otherwise it is late delivery. Okay, there is some mistake over here. Okay, I
Bracket.
think one bracket is missing from here. Okay, so this becomes our formula. Okay, now when we go to the report view, we will be able to see here. Let's create a table. Where is our delivery status? And we just have to count delivery status, and I'll bring the same field here and change it to count. 9426 is the total, and out of which 847 were the late deliveries. Okay, is it clear?
Ma'am, kindly go to the data tab.
Yeah, here is the formula. Okay, okay, now let us solve another example. This one is very interesting. Okay, let me show it to you. I just created the field here so that I can explain it to you. Just 1 second. So this is the gauge chart which we had created in the previous session, previous last or before that one. I want to show you the other variations also in that. One more slicer I can bring here. I'm able to see only 2 colors, so let me show it to you. Maybe ship mode may help us. Okay, ship mode is also not much helpful. Um, any other category or field which has lesser values? Customer segment.
Product category.
Product category is also there, no? Okay, we can try that one. Uh, yeah, this one is giving the segment is working out. Cool. We have all the three variations here. Okay. So now there is this concept. Many of the organizations they prefer such kind of chart called as red, amber, green. Okay. So what does this mean is green means completely the way values are as per our favorable conditions. Amber means they are in the like in the middle range. Okay. And red means it's a high alert. Okay. Now the definitions of red, amber, green can change from chart to chart. Okay, depends. Okay, like we saw in that profit ratio and shipping ratio. So for profit ratio, more the profit ratio, it was good for us. But if but for shipping ratio, lesser the shipping ratio was better for us, right? So depending on the scenario, we have to depending on the scenario, this red, amber, green will also be decided. Okay. So now as for this chart is concerned, so here we have created a gauge chart. What does gauge chart do? I'll repeat again. It checks whether checks the target achievement. Okay. So now I think if I don't select any slicer from there, all are green. Okay, so if I have removed the slicer from the region, okay, so here if I apply a slicer on any of the segment, all the three are green. Okay, based on my condition. So when I selected a particular region, so from the west region, so in the west region, from consumer segment, it is amber, home office is red, corporate is green, and small business is also green. So what criteria I have applied here is, let me write it in the text box. So we have two fields, profits and target profits. Okay, so the criteria is if profit are more or sorry are less than, if profits are less than 80% of targets. Okay, like for example, my target is say for example 1000 and my actual profit value is 800. Okay, so am I achieving the target? No, I am not achieving the target, right? But what percent of target I am achieving? I am achieving 80% of my targets, right? So if the profit value or if the profits are from that particular region and the segment, if 80% of targets are achieved, then it is sorry, if it is less than 80%, okay, even if those particular segments are not able to achieve even 80% of their targets, we are marking them as red color. Okay, then the second criteria is profit range is in the profits are in the range of greater than 80%, means they have achieved 80% of their targets but not 100%, and profit values are less than 100% of targets. Okay, means when the target is 1000, profit is 950, means 80% of targets are achieved but it is not 100%. So this is given by amber color. So I'm going to display this information with red color. This one I am going to display with amber color, and the third one, profits which are greater than 100% of targets. Okay, so that is being given by green color. Okay, so now here you can see the target was 40.58k and we have earned 99.8k, so it is way ahead of the targets, right? So it is green color. In corporate segment, also it is ahead of more than 100%. In consumer segment, see, it is actually is 54 and the target was 62, so it is reaching the target, so it is 80% of the more than 80%, so it is amber color. So this is not the amber color, I have just randomly picked the colors, but we have to pick a proper though that color scheme is properly chosen. And for home office, it's nowhere around the targets. Okay, it's less than 80%, so it is shown by red color. Okay, so let us try to solve this example. So now, even though the question might be looking very difficult, okay, how to achieve this, but it is a very simple example. We have already created the gauge chart with the help of targets. Okay, so we already have the target field, we already have the profit field. Now ideally target field will be there in the data, but in our data it was not present, so we calculated it. Okay, that doesn't matter. We have target field, we have actual profits. So we are going to create a new field which I created here. The name of the field here is percent target achieved. So what I am doing is I am just writing the formula, the same formula. How do you calculate that this is 80% of target? So if your target is 1000 and you are actually achieving 800, so how do you say it is 80%? 800 divided by 1000 into 100, that gives you 80%, right? So that's how you calculate what percent of target was achieved. So or actual value divided by target value. So where is the formula? Actual profit divided by target profit into 100. So this will give you the percent target achieved. That's it. The formula is very simple. It's a aggregated formula, so it will be written inside a new measure. Okay, so I'll give you 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, quickly create the measure, because the next part is conditional formatting. It's not a part of calculation. So quickly create this field so that you can follow along with me. I hope you have written the formula. Okay. Now everybody observe the conditional formatting. This is little tricky. I'll go slow. I'm going to select the chart. Go to the format your visual option, colors, and there is an option of FX. So right now I'll clear the coloring. It is now the default coloring. Whatever you select, it is going to be the default coloring. Okay. Now I'm going to set the colors. Select FX for formatted coloring. Okay. And now here we will select rules. Okay. We have done this in the previous classes also, but just we are applying all those concepts together. So rules field which we are going to select is orders percent. Where is our field? Percent target achieved. Rules, select the field percent target achieved, and now we will write the rule over here. Okay, so our rule is going to be, if the value is greater than the minimum value, don't change anything here, minimum value, and it is less than 80%, then the color is going to be red. new rule, value is greater than 80%, but it is less than 100%. Then I'm going to select amber color. And lastly, if it is greater than 100 and less than max, so just the 0 is written, we'll just remove it. That's it, max. You don't have to write max there. Just remove the value, it will automatically take it as max. And I will mark it as green color. Green color is directly not available here. So you have to go to more colors and get the green color. Okay. Click OK and it will work for you. Try it out. So select the format. You have to go to the format menu for the gauge chart. Select FX. From the FX, you have to select the format style. From here, go here. Select the format style as rules. Select the field and add the rules. How to add a new rule? With the help of this button. Try it. Let me know once you're done.
No.
Okay. Okay. Now let's move ahead. So now try to
Ma'am, this
apply the
conditional
filters.
formatting process, it will be used mostly for the gauge shot or can be used for any other sources?
Any, any chart, any chart. So conditional formatting we have done previously also, but it was based on a direct field. Now here what is important learning objective is we are creating a field for that particular formatting. Okay. Okay, try to apply the filter and see, are you able to see the red, amber, green thing? Okay. So this was about the DAX functions in Power BI. Any questions, any doubts, anything you want to get it cleared? Okay. So now, since due to
Can we
some
just
festivals,
discuss
yeah.
only on the date function, right?
No, I didn't get you. Can you please come again?
In the dash function concept, we just discussed date functions, like we still have time functions, text functions, and all.
Yeah, we'll discuss. See, the thing is, that's what I was trying to explain. We are not stopping here. Since there are festivals coming up, and there is a holiday in between due to festivals, you are supposed to create a project. Basically, I'll be giving you a data set, and you have to analyze that data set on whatever you have learned till now. Okay, so ideally we have covered the entire content, a little one or two types of functions, and how to publish the dashboard. These are a couple of things which we have not discussed yet. Apart from that, we have discussed everything which is sufficient for you to create a project and analyze the data set. Okay, so I will explain you the case study what you have to work on this period, and on the next Monday, that is on 10th October, your presentations will be scheduled. Okay, so everybody has to give the presentations. Okay, in the previous, those who had attended my previous modules also, many of you have skipped the presentations, so that is obviously going to impact uh, your final certificate performance. Okay, so this time please do not skip the presentations. Last time I didn't mind much, but this time I'm gonna take a strict actions against you, and I'm not gonna let skill enable give you certificate without the presentations, and I'm very strict about it. Okay, so on 10th and 11th you will be having your presentation. So let me explain the case study to you. Any queries on the case studies and all, let us get cleared, and if we still have time, we will look into a couple of more examples. Okay, otherwise we still have 5 more days to cover, 5 more days later on after the vacation. So at that time, we can discuss some more examples, as well as we will also be getting a small introduction on the Tableau tool. Okay, so let me show you the data set. Just give me a moment. Okay, so this is the data set which belongs to a vehicle insurance company. Okay, so now here there are a lot of columns. Okay, not every column must be useful. Okay, you have to understand. Now this is an important part which I am telling you. You have to understand what the column is doing. Now every column may be required, may not be required. The columns which are not required, you can hide those columns. Okay, so like, we if you remember from the model view, we hide the tables which we don't want in our report. Okay, which we don't want to load. So same way, you can select the columns also. Okay, see here, you can get that hide icon next to the columns. Say maybe a customer ID, or some of the columns might not be useful, so you can just hide them from your view, and you can work on or you can keep only those columns which you are interested in. Okay, so go through the data set. It has the data set regarding the customers, especially the state in which the policy has been taken, then how much money is getting deducted, um, then you have gender of the customer. Now the column names are pretty much self-explanatory, but they are not good enough for giving them as a column label. So maybe you can change the names as per your requirement if you want. Okay. Then here we have basically this is the claims data. So that particular vehicle accident has happened, the incident has happened, and money is claimed. Okay, so that is what is the data. So we have incident date, incident type, which type of incident it was. Okay, then some more details about the incident. Okay, then what money was, there would be a column which specifies that how much money was claimed. Okay, so was it a fraud or it was a genuine claim? People might just claim for money, that is also there. So was it detected as a fraud or not? So based on this, there are no questionnaire for you. It's just that how you analyze the data, what questions you build on the data. Okay, that is what is going to be analyzed in this presentation. Okay, so like we had the orders table. So as I used to give you the question, I don't have any questionnaire ready with me. I just used to ask you the questions on the data directly. Let's say this we have already calculated date difference. So let's try to find the in time and late delivery. Or here we had calculated um, profit and loss. Okay, here we had calculated shipping ratio. So in this way, just try to read the data, try to understand what the columns are doing, and then based on that, try to ask the questions to your data on the columns which you understand. The columns which you don't understand, leave it. Okay, here you can clearly see bodily injuries is there, property damage is there, how many vehicles were involved in that particular incident. Okay, so so you can compare. So these all are categorical fields. Okay, now you can compare this with the claimed amount. Here somewhere it would be the so policy number of the person, then the state in which the policy was taken, what is the premium. Okay, somewhere the insurance amount would be there. I'm not able to find that column. Somewhere it would be there that what amount was claimed. Yeah, total claim amount, how much amount was claimed. So here is this, I will give you some sample questions like um, what was the claim amount when there was a property damage. Okay, so was when a property was damaged, was the claim more or it was more with the human injuries. Okay, then you can actually check. Here you can clearly see that there are witness, there are two witnesses in the first case. In the first claim there are two witnesses, plus it is a police report. Okay, but fraud reported is yes. Okay, so there, so it means that these are some alarming scenarios. Okay, so how many claims were reported as fraud? Okay, which gender people are giving us a fraud report, or is there any age column over there, from which state the more claims are coming? Okay, so such kind of questions, simple questions you have to clarify. Simple bar charts are okay. Okay, try to explore more and more charts, but simple bar charts are okay, but you should ask at least 5 questions to the data, and you should come up with some conclusion on it. Okay, like we were trying to find conclusion on the orders table. In that way you have to find some conclusion, any, even it can be a smallest of the conclusion, but some conclusion you should draw. Now it may not be only one conclusion. Okay, based on all the 5 charts you're coming it with one conclusion. No, you can even create 5 different reports, and out of that you can come up with 5 different conclusions or observations. That will be 5 observations, not conclusions. So 5 different observations can come, or you can combine to more multiple charts together to get one observation. So I leave that to you completely how you want to analyze it. Okay, so at minimum 5 observations, more than that most welcome. Okay, So this is basically the data set. I will be uploading this data set on the Drive link. I hope you all have the link. So I'll be uploading it under the folder called as case study. Give me a minute. I will do it right away. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, any queries regarding the concepts or regarding the project, you can let me know. I'll help you out. Any doubts you have in your mind?
Ma'am, the data you are providing, it's a clean data or we need to do transformations?
That is, you have to decide. You may have to do the transformation. It may not be 100% clean data. So if you look at the Excel sheet, just now I saw somewhere there was a question mark somewhere. Yeah, here there was a question mark. So such kind of unknown values might be there. So you need to handle that. There is one somewhere there is a question mark here where it is. Yeah. Yeah, so you will have to handle all that. So you have to start with the first topic we had learned, that was column profiling, how many frequency, that is you have to count how many men are there, how many women are there, then how many states are there and how many claims are coming from each state. So creating it on a chart is what your final report is there. But before generating the report or before even starting with the report, initially we have seen in the Power Query editor to profile the data, right? Distribution, column distribution. So all that you need to, that will help you to understand the data. So the question which you asked, that will the data be cleaned or not, that column profiling will, or data profiling will give you the answers. Okay, I have uploaded the folder under I have uploaded the data set. It is a CSV file and it is uploaded under the folder called as case study. Okay, please check if you are able to download.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it?
Yes.
Any questions, any queries, any doubts? Please get it cleared right away.
Ma'am, we
Because
have
I don't
to,
want, yeah,
ma'am, we have to give
yeah, go ahead.
presentation using Power BI only.
Yes, Power BI, yes, of course. So on the day of presentation, I don't want the excuses like I was absent, I didn't understand the data, I didn't know where the data is. Okay, such kind of excuses I don't want, and that's why I'm giving you time over here to now. I want everyone to download the data right now in front of me. Okay, so download the data, go through the data, whether you're able to read the data or you're able to open the Excel file or not. Otherwise you'll come up with the excuses like this also, that my Excel file was not opening, because I have, in the last presentation I literally got such excuses, and many of you were from that batch, and I'm very strict about it this time. Okay, so open the Excel file, go through the data. If you have any questions, ask me right away. You can actually connect the data to the Power Query editor and then look into the data. That is also fine. Okay, I will not be helping you out with how to connect and all. That is what you have to figure out. But if you want, you can do that also. And whatever topics are remaining, that is a little bit of functions, DAX, one or two types of DAX functions, and how to upload it to the Power BI service, that we will be covering in our rest of the sessions. So we'll be having one more session on Power BI where we will be covering all these small topics and a revision on all the concepts. To solve this particular case study, whatever we have learned till now is sufficient. Any questions, any doubts? Try connecting it to Power Query Editor. Anyone who has not received the data set?
Ma'am.
Yes.
Just
Yeah. Any query?
yes. Hello. I do not have any question regarding this assignment. Can I just need to take some screenshots of the pages we solved today?
Okay, sure.
Can you
Send me.
please show it
Yeah.
from
Expense was
20?
the last time in 24th one. Yeah.
Okay, now 25 and 26.
Actually, this we didn't solve. I was just while you guys were solving some example, I just was doing something at my end using conditional formatting.
Yes, not this one.
Not this one.
This is
Red, amber, green. Yeah. This
yes, ma'am. This one's fine.
okay.
And
Okay. I'll
the
just
last one,
yeah.
uh,
Last one.
the measure we created is on
This one.
just a moment, ma'am.
Okay. This one or the red, amber, green
The column we created on delivery status, that
column.
formula.
One second, formula. Where it is delivery status. Here it is.
Done, ma'am, done. Thank you.
Done. Okay.
Sorry about the background noise.
No problem. No problem. Okay. I'll just explain it to you what I have done here. Just an added information for you. So here what we were doing, no, in this one, I just converted this chart into a map. Okay. So here in this example, let me recap this example. So here we were trying to check that which state is in profitable state and which is in loss, right? This is what we did using a table chart. So I wanted to highlight that on map. Okay. So what I did was I created a map uh, using this map field map option. I dragged a state field over there. I haven't dragged any other field. You can see location is only state. That's it. Okay. The colors are being given by the conditional formatting. Okay. So I went to the format menu, fill colors, and I applied the formula as, see the formula here. Same rules. The rules which we did for that red, amber, green, same thing. Okay. So rules by profit sum. If the profit value is sorry, it should be number. If the profit value is greater than sorry, min. Okay. If the value is greater than min and less than 0, then it should be red color, means it is in loss. Okay. If the value is greater than 0 but less than max, okay, if the value is greater than 0 and it is less than max value, then it is green. So basically this part and this part, so less than 0 red color, greater than 0 green color. So same red, amber, green rule I'm applying over here. The only difference is that in case of that example, we had created the field because we wanted to see percent target achieved, so we had to create the field using that division formula. But in this case, we already have the profit field, right? So that's why we are applying it directly on that field. So if I click OK, here we get, so from this table chart also, it was very difficult to find which are on loss, but from the chart, from the map, it is so easy. There are total 3 which are in loss: Montana, Tennessee, and Mississippi. Okay. So you can a little bit experiment with the conditional formatting in this way. I hope that concept is clear to you, concept of applying rules.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, guys, then we will stop here for today. I am assuming that there are no more questions on the project. Are there any queries? So basically, I am strict with you guys giving the presentations, but I am not strict with asking questions. So don't get scared about asking questions. You can get your doubts cleared.
Ma'am, do we have to write conclusion in the Power BI after creating chart?
No, yeah. After creating the chart, below you have to write the observation.
And
What you are
also
observing.
the also have to write the questions also.
Sorry.
I mean, which problem I am solving, so I have to write the question also.
No. You just have to create the chart and observation from the chart. So observation itself will tell you what you're doing in the chart,
Okay.
right? So if you look at this chart, I have created this, and my observation is that from the chart we can say that there are 3. We try to compare the states, um, or we try to find whether the states are generating profit or loss, and we can say that there are 3 states which are generating losses. Rest all are in profit, or rest all are profitable states. So 2 to 3 lines, first line will be what you are doing in that chart, and the next 2 lines the conclusion or observation. I would say not conclusion, I would say observation from the chart. Okay. If you want to write observation about this particular chart, this one, what you will write: in this chart we were trying to find out how many transactions were profitable transactions and how many were transactions were in loss. So while delivering 4558 products, we incurred losses, and while delivering 8468 products, it was profit. Okay, that's how you can write the observations. So whatever you conclude from that or whatever you observe from the chart, that's what you have to write. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So with this, let's stop here for today. See you after the break. Happy Dashera to everyone. Enjoy your vacation.
Thanks, man. Happy weekend. See you.
Yeah, happy weekend.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, bye bye.
Ma'am, good night.
Good night. Bye, good night.